Hi, my loves. Welcome back to the Starscartel channel. If you don't know, I am Star, okay? And I'm here with a quick message from God. The message I heard from God last night, He said, horrible people, terrible. The scripture God gave me comes from 2 Kings 8 9 through 15. Okay, let me bring my Bible a tad bit closer. Hazel went to meet Elijah, talking with him as a gift 40 camel loads of all the finest wares of Damascus. He went in and stood before him and said, your son Ben Hadad, king of Aram, has sent me to ask, will I recover from this illness? Elisha answered, go and say to him, you will certainly recover. Nevertheless, the Lord has revealed to me that he will in fact die. He stared at him with a fixed gaze until Hazel was embarrassed. Then the man of God began to weep. Why is my Lord weeping? Asked Hazael. I'm gonna leave it alone. Because I know the harm you will do to the Israelites, he answered. You will set fire to their fortified places, kill their young men with the sword, dash their children to the ground, and rip open their pregnant women. Hazael said, how could your servant, a mere dog, accomplish such a feat? The Lord has shown me that you will become king of Aram, answered Elisha. Then Hazael left Elisha and returned to his master. When Ben Hadad asked, what did Elisha say to you? Hazael replied, he told me that you would certainly recover. But the next day he took a thick cloth, soaked it in water, and spread it over the king's face, so that he died. Then Hazael succeeded him as king. Okay, y'all, I feel like this message from God is telling someone you have been concerned about somebody that has been messing with you in your life, whoever this enemy is of yours. This person was destined. It's their destiny to be horrible. It's their destiny to be this way. For whatever reason, that is just like this prophecy was already shown to Elisha. Okay, and this is one of those times, y'all. Every prophecy that come out of a prophet's mouth is not going to be positive. Elisha was crying when he gave this prophecy. That's just like some of the prophecies I received bring me heartache. This person, whoever this person is, it is just up on their heart to do evil things. It is up on their heart to be a bad person. It's up on their heart to do bad things, and it's because it was just meant to happen. For whatever reason, it is this person's destiny. And this is so hard to say because, I'm just like, why? I'm thinking in the back of my head, why would God give somebody this kind of destiny? But there are certain things that happen in this person's life that cause them to turn that way. That's what God is telling me. It's certain things that happen that made them be this way. Regardless to if, like, maybe someone like you, I'm being reminded, okay, of my dance teacher didn't like me in high school, y'all. And I remember I was talking with one of my classmates, and she told me that the reason she never liked me is because I reminded her of girls that she went with when she was in high school. Mind you that this lady was a grown, in her 30s, married with kids, and was working as a teacher at a high school. And instead of going into that job with the mindset that she doesn't know anybody there and is no way, it's like something wasn't all the way there. Honestly, I feel. And, I know if some of my classmates watching it, they may get upset. I don't care. Something is not all the way there for that lady to see a child, okay? Because at that time, regardless of how my attitude was or how I acted or what I had going on, I was a child. For her, as a grown woman, to see a child and decide that she is going to treat this child in a bad way because she remembers how the little girls at her school years ago acted towards her is completely insane. It's crazy. It makes no sense. It is absolutely ridiculous. And I'm saying this just to say it's that kind of situation. where this person is triggered by you for whatever reason. You don't know this person, you didn't do nothing to this person, or maybe you just met this person, or you just so, for whatever reason, this person sees you and they hate you for whatever reason. For whatever, like they just see you and they feel some kind of way. And this hate that they have in their heart, because they didn't release this hate to God, because they didn't release these feelings to God, because they didn't release these emotions to God at the moment that it happened, and they haven't been able to register in their mind that just because this person reminds me of this part of such and such doesn't mean that this is such and such, this is somebody else. They haven't been able to register that. They haven't been able to get over whatever that situation is. And that is why sometimes being alone is important. Sometimes working on yourself is important. Thinking about the actions that you cause for things to happen, or for situations to happen in your life, is important, because it helps you to not only forgive yourself but forgive others. And when you do run across somebody that may remind you of them, instead of hating them, you are able to understand that it's two different people. And I'm not saying that I'm completely exempt, but I have worked on myself in such a way, if I do run across somebody that reminds me of somebody else, I don't automatically hate them. I don't automatically feel like I need to be mean to them. I don't automatically feel that I need to try to make them feel like they less than me. I don't automatically feel as though I need to attack them, or I need to try to tear them down, because I know that they are not the person that did me that a long time ago. It's two completely different people. Just because they have the same energy, they may talk the same, they may even look the same, they may dress the same, it doesn't matter. This is a completely different person. But whomever this person is that is coming to your mind, this person has, like, they have held on to that anger. They've held on to that pain. They've held on to that hurt. And they've held on to it so long that they have now mustered all of these nasty emotions. That's just like you trying to date a guy that feels like he doesn't like certain kind of girls because they would turn him down in high school. So now he's being mean to you because you remind him of the girl he liked in high school that turned him down. And instead of him realizing these are two completely different people, and in reality, even if it was the girl she chose me now, they are thinking, what would I have done to that girl that made me mad back then? I'm going to do her the way I would have done her so I can get her back. But in reality, he's not getting her back. She doesn't care. She done moved on with her life, and he's hurting a whole new person, creating a whole new amount of bad energy upon himself. And in reality, that is what's going on here. Like, long story short, this person has some built up nasty emotion from whatever happened years ago, whatever they went through years ago. Somebody hurt them a long time ago. You remind them of that person. And now here they are with this built up anger, and they are giving it to you. And I feel like God is just saying that you specifically didn't do anything. You specifically didn't cause this to happen. You haven't done anything to receive this. You haven't done anything for this person to be mean to you. You haven't done anything for this person to be nasty to you. This person just feels some kind of way about you because of their built up anger or their built up emotion. Whatever happened to them years ago, regardless to if you remind them of someone that bullied them, or you remind them of someone they liked, or you remind them of somebody that rejected them, or whatever it is, you remind them of somebody and they taking out that anger on you. And it is now their destiny to be this person because they refuse to release that anger. They refuse to release that hurt. And because they refuse to release all of this to God, they have chosen this destiny to be a horrible person. And if you happen to be the person with the anger, you can change your destiny if you release it to God and start to work on yourself. But if you keep holding on to it, That is what your destiny is going to be, because nothing good is going to come from holding on to anger and holding on to bad emotions and holding on to pain. Trust me, if I was to be holding on to all the anger and the pain and the emotion of things that happened to me years ago, my experiences, I would not be able to get on this platform and talk to y'all. Every time I would start talking about things that happened in my past, I would get angry. I would be emotional. I'd be ready to go and start some drama and start some problems, start calling people and acting a fool. But because I have had time, there have been points in my life where God made me sit down and God made me go over things that happened and release it. I had to release that. You have to release that pain. You are not hurting that person that hurts you. You know, if you hold on to this pain, you only hurting yourself. And if you are the person that is feeling these pains and you feeling whatever, like this person is just being mean and nasty to you for no reason, move away from that person. Because if they don't release that anger to God, that pain to God, they're not going to stop. They're going to continue hurting you. They're going to continue being mean to you, because instead of facing what happened back then and releasing it, they are just holding on to it, harboring it, and trying to hurt any and everybody that reminds them of the person that hurt them. It's like, it's a constant cycle. They're going to constantly they're never going to stop. Every time they run into somebody that reminds them of that person, they're going to hurt that person the way that they wanted to hurt the person from the past. They're going to always do that. And I hope that makes sense, y'all. So they have chosen to go down this path of this horrible, terrible person. And in some cases they chose to do this because they feel if they are the one dishing out the hurt, that they will no longer receive hurt. But they are actually hurting themselves and others. And this is why every time somebody comes towards them trying to give them love, they release hate and anger and frustration and whatever else that they wanted to send to that person. They release it to this new person, and they end up turning this new person away. And now they are sitting there with all those emotions all over again. And it's just a never ending cycle. They're just going to be like this. And all you can do is pray for this person. Really, that's all you can do. Move on and pray for them, because they have to make a choice to make a change in their life before they can move on and before they can be happy. That's okay. That's the message, y'all. Okay. That is this part. That's the destiny this person chose. This person chose to be that way. All right, y'all. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Deuces.